Hello? 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 Help. Hi, zombie. I don't know if I'm dead or not. I'm probably pretty freaking close to it. Oh, he moved. He made a sound. Am I dead? Let's see if I'm dead.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the iCraft Vanilla SMP. I am Zero the Unwise, and this is Zero Plays Games. How the heck are ya? If you can't tell, I'm having some internet issues. Just little ones. It's the little things in life that make you slowly go insane. I'm having a bad time. I'm not even gonna lie. This is not the funnest of times for me. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was mainly just pretty bad times. I've tried to record a couple of times today, actually. 6 or 7 different times trying to start this episode. I keep losing my train of thought, which isn't anybody's fault but my own. I'm freaking out. IRL. I still haven't moved yet, and school starts in like 10 days. Yikes. No, actually it starts in 12 days. January 11th, I will start my first day of school as a freshman in college. At 31 years old. It's nothing I should be freaking out over, but it's things I am freaking out over. Mainly because right now my house is I can't even call it a house. I retract that. My home is 170 miles away from campus, and I still haven't sold it. I live in a mobile home, for those of you that don't know. It's quite a nice place, actually, you know. It's the first one I've ever owned. Bought it outright in 2011, and it was a piece of crap back then. And I do mean a piece of crap. But since I moved here, I've done extensive remodeling on the place, as well as put in, a new kitchen, a new bathroom, knocked out the walls for the bedroom and made the living room bigger, built in a bar, done all sorts of awesomeness. And when I decided that I was going to go back to school, I was like, oh no, I need to sell my place so that I can move to the campus I'm going to go to. Did I just eat that piece of chicken for a very long time? It looked like it, didn't it? But, anyway, on November 20th, I enrolled in school. Or maybe it was even before that. I got my acceptance letter somewhere around there, and I went to the trailer park that my home is currently at and said, hey, I'm moving. Would you guys like to buy my trailer? They said, yeah, we do that stuff all the time. Not a problem. How much do you want for it? Get some pictures of the place, tell us what you've done to it, what all are you going to leave behind. We'll let you know. Not a problem, I thought, okay. So I did all of that stuff. And then a week later, I went and checked up on it, and they said, oh yeah, they said everything looks good, we'll do it. And then I was like, woohoo, perfect, great job. I love it. That's what I thought. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to have money to put down on a new apartment. Well, let's flash forward to 2 weeks after that. They said, hey, we need the serial number for your place. I said, okay, not a problem. Went and got the serial number. Took all day to find it because it's stamped on the frame. And I had to get pictures of it. And it was all rusty, so I had to sand it. All day. And I mean all day. We're talking 10 plus hours to find and take a picture of this thing. Sent it to them. They said, great job. Awesome. That's what we thought. You didn't sneak, a 70-foot long mobile home in after you snuck a 70-foot long mobile home out. I was like, yeah, I didn't trade the place. It sure looks different because I've done all of this work to it. Extensive money, extensive work. And they said, we'll get back to you. And I didn't hear anything, so I went back up to the management office. 2 new faces. And I said, where were the ladies that were here that were handling, the buying of my place? They said, yeah, we don't want to talk about them. They're gone. They won't be back. I said, okay. Well, that's interesting. It's good to know, though. It's interesting, but I was like, do you guys by chance know anything about my place? And they said, what? No. They said, how much do you want to sell that for? I was like, okay, this is not cool. This was all supposed to be taken care of by now. It's like, now it's mid-December, and I need to move at the beginning of January. And anyway, we had to restart the entire paperwork process. He said, we'll get back to you. Same thing I've been hearing. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. Always, we'll get back to you. I went up there the other day, and I was like, look here. This marks the 7th week that this has been going on, and this is a 72-hour process. I was like, what is going on? They're like, well, the person that makes the decision on it is on vacation. And I said, what? And they said, yeah, they're on vacation. I said, for how long? They said, till after the 4th at least. And I was like, that's not cool. I have to move. Yeah, after the 4th. So I walked outside and cooled my jets off a little bit because I started getting pretty heated up. Apparently I went pale from what the ladies in the office were telling me there. I went a little bit pale. Then I was like, okay, well, let's go check my mail. Check my mail. Bill for the January rent. And I was like, I'm not supposed to even be paying this because I was supposed to be moved out by then. Walked right back into the office. They said, are you okay? You look like you're about to die. I said, this needs taken care of, like right now. I need to move. I said, I've been living out of boxes for the last couple of weeks, just waiting on a check. Just waiting on a check to come in. I was like, if I'd known it was going to take this long, I wouldn't have left my job. That's right, I left my job on December 23rd. I said, I wouldn't have enrolled in school this semester. I said, I've got a loan that I just took out for tuition. It was $9,000. I said, that's non-refundable money. And Julie in the office. Oh man, I am lagging again. Forever eating chicken. Julie in the office there was new person to me. I've never seen her before. She was like, we're going to take care of this, I promise. She sent an email to their entire corporate board and was like, this guy's been waiting for 7 weeks for an answer. He needs it soon. He's emotionally distraught. He's got a lot of money tied up in the place, and he's freaking out. And they got back with an answer, and they emailed back immediately. They said, what? There's no reasonable explanation as to why he's been waiting this long. We'll get it taken care of by Monday. So, hey, good news there, guys. This is probably going to be my last iCraft episode from this place that I'm currently living in. So my sound might change in the future. My sound might you know, be a little bit more open. I don't know what my living situation is going to be when I do move. Hopefully there's not a bunch of kids running around and stuff in the background all the time. That would be terrible for recording. Is there chicken? That's what I came over here for, is I need chicken. 3 chicken. I have a stack of chicken, but my food situation is dire. It's not working so good for me. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I've tried to record this episode 10 times today. And it's mainly because I kept getting hung up on all the real world issues that I've got going on. Which is not cool. It is not. But now that that's off my chest and I'm sharing it with you guys, you know, because I never keep anything from you guys. I just want to say, keep your fingers crossed for me on Monday. I hope to know something by then. If not, let's riot. Burn these walls to the ground. No, we won't go that drastic, but, you know. Oh man, there's another Enderman hole up there. What do you guys think about my fence? I was building on this and working on it. Trying to record with it. Or trying to record doing it, but internet connection, bad time. I decided the cobblestone wall that I had out here wasn't all that awesome. Didn't feel that good. Didn't look that good. Wasn't that good. So I put in this. And I think it goes with the dirt motif with the oak that I've got going on over there. I think it goes a lot better. I tried to record in the nether while I was grabbing glowstone for this. Originally, the glowstone was going to go in these dirt blocks here underneath the stairs, which will give visual light but not give block light. So, yeah, you can't light like that because I had all sorts of creepers and stuff in here. I've been walking around fixing creeper holes. I like this. Tigrix was on with me. I tried to record a bit with him, but every time I would hit record, I'd have a bad time. But he likes the new fence. He's kind of angry that he can't jump over it. And I told him there's a couple of spots you can jump over it, but from the outside, there's a couple. I always leave myself holes and ways in case I got to run from a mob. Like right here you can just walk across it. Look at that, Ty. Whoop. Don't even need to jump, buddy. But I do need to build Tigrix a gate for his arena so that he can more easily traverse my lawn, apparently. I don't know why he needs to be in my yard, but we will do this for him. Well, I guess I did some rambling there, and I apologize for that. Like I said, my thoughts have been a little bit scatterbrained lately. Let me talk, seeing as how today is the last day of the year, let me talk about what you guys can expect for next year. And the answer is, I don't know. I know what I would like to do, but I am at no point ready to make resolutions or decisions. Here's what I have planned for now, though. On my channel, you're going to see, hopefully Minecraft continued. Honestly, this game is a harder one to record than others because you not only have to gather your materials, but you have to build things you have to, this isn't a very linear game. Other games, there's a finite ending to. This one just keeps on going. So episode times and stuff like that tend to be a little bit longer. You have to produce these and build the set. it takes time. Yes, I'm leveling off my lawn. There's too many dips and hills and stuff. But on my channel, you're gonna see a lot more single player stuff, linear games, a lot of RPGs. I have all the BioShocks that I plan on doing, because let's face it, it's YouTube and everybody has played BioShock. It's one of my favorite games. Beaten it multiple times. I've actually speedrun it a couple of times as well. But I'm not going to speedrun BioShock, because that would just be terrible footage. You're going to see me do Stranded Deep. And SCS Software just announced the other day that American Truck Simulator will be coming out. Now, American Truck Simulator, I plan on doing. I don't know if I'm going to have time, though. Because, once again, that game, just like Minecraft, took a lot of time. Because, let's face it, it's driving across the country. Euro Truck Simulator 2 was driving across Europe. Once I put on the mods for it, too, so I could drive, like, to Egypt and things like that, once I loaded pro mods on, the game, oh my goodness, I loved that game so much. It was terrible for the views. Nobody wanted to watch it played on YouTube. I know Lindsay from Not Quite Nerds, my biggest fan, she enjoyed listening to it on her lunch breaks. And I thank you for that, Linz. I plan on doing ATS, American Truck. But, well, we'll see. We'll see. That comes out in February. The new Mirror's Edge comes out. I'm going to be doing a Mirror's Edge Let's Play this month, because I know for a fact from prior experience that I can play the entire game in one day. Woo! Record the entire game in one day. In fact, most of the things that I play that are linear single player RPGs, they're recorded the entire game 2 days tops, 3 days sometimes. Tex Murphy, Tesla Effect, that's a brand new one to my channel. That one took me, I think, a week to record. It only took me 14 hours to play it, but, 45-minute episodes and stuff. Murdered Soul Suspect I knocked out in a night. And that was 12 hours. I mean, stuff like that I know that I've got, dead spots in my time in real life. I can jump in and do it. It's the open worldy survival type stuff that I enjoy playing. But I don't know. I'm also going to be doing a new series called The Birth of a Shooter, of a first-person shooter. That's right. Gonna go back into playing Counter-Strike. Been playing a new shooter called Insurgency. Well, it's not new. It's a couple of years old. I've had it for a couple of years and never bothered to fire it up. And then I did, and I was like, hey, this is way fun. Way fun. So I bought a bunch of copies. They went on a shock sale, flash sale on Steam. Bought a bunch of copies for a bunch of friends. So hopefully we'll get some of that action going on. Everybody that's played it seems to enjoy it. But, that's like a real world war simulator is what that is. And I'm personally planning on getting back into Counter-Strike. Only problem with Counter-Strike is I've gone so flat in it, I have completely deranked all my XP in the game, which means I am no longer ranked for competitive gameplay. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even know it was possible, but I need to completely re-rank. So it depends on, I'll record casual gameplay, but it depends on how it turns out, because let's face it, if you've played Counter-Strike, you will know that competitive is not half as toxic. And when I say toxic, I mean racist comments in the chat, racist things in the voice chat, people blatantly spamming voice chat. Casual is toxic hell. It's cancerous. It's bad. It's literal AIDS. So, depending on how some of that stuff comes out, you might see that. Once I get ranked for competitive, depending on what rank I start at, I'm going to imagine I'll end up being a silver, because I am so flat in the game. You might see somebody's, you might see my quest to, hit Nova and things like that. You might see me coming up through the ranks in there. Depends on if I can get caught up to some of my other Counter-Strike buddies. They're legendaries. So, yeah. I think one might actually be a global. I'm not even sure. But yeah, that's what I got coming up. Shooters, driving, more RPG stuff. Hopefully iCraft still. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you watching. We're out of time in this episode. I'm going to get this up. And one more thing I would just like to say, Happy New Year. Here's looking to a good 2016 for everybody. For everybody. All right, guys. Bye. Oh. 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 I'm in the ground. Oh. I'm walking in dirt. Whoa. Hello? 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 Can I get some internet technology, please? Hello?